Yo, yo.
Man, bro, man, it's good to see you, man. How you doing?
Man, good to see you too. I'm doing good, bro. How are you?
Man, I'm good. What you over there cooking up?
Bro, yeah, I was literally just cooking up. I put it on pause, though. You feel me?
Oh, for sure, man. First off, I want to say I appreciate you for taking this time. For those who don't know, this is my bro, the R&B guy, Benjii Yang. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
R&B
sir.
guy, Benjii.
Yes,
Man,
sir. Yes, sir.
Benjii. So tell me, man. So first of all, let me introduce everything that's going on. This is the High Frequency Show, and what I made this show and this platform is to pretty much blend the gap between music producers like me, like you and myself,
Yep.
and mental health. As music producers dealing with this industry, man, there's so much we deal with on a daily. You know how this goes. So if you don't mind, bro, give
Yeah.
us a quick little intro, about yourself, what you do, and just give them a little breakdown.
All right, for sure. Well, for those of you who don't know me, I go by the name of Benjii Yang. I'm a R&B trap soul producer from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I've been producing since I was like 14, so that was 2014.
Mm.
So how many years is that?
How old are
6?
you?
I'm
You said
21.
you only been producing since 2014?
Yeah.
Oh man. And how old are you,
So
Benji?
21.
Bro, get out of here. I'm thinking you older than that.
Nah, I'm 21. I just turned 21 like
Mhm.
last month.
Okay. So what you do?
Yeah.
Because I know you're in Toronto, right?
No, I'm in Edmonton. So it's like
Where's that?
Toronto is like on the East Coast. I'm on like the West
Okay.
Coast. I'm like on the other side of the country type shit.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ah, man. So,
Yeah.
man, so first of all, to those who don't know you, tell them which gang you're a part of, man. Are you FL gang? You Ableton gang? Are you like, where are you, bro? Let us know where we going. Where we at?
FL
Yes,
gang, bro. You
sir.
see it. You see
FL,
it. You see it.
man, FL gang. Man, for me, bro, I love FL and I love
Yeah.
Ableton. So, and especially with the samples you send me, I can tweak samples so easy inside of Ableton. So I use Ableton and then I just put everything in the FL and finish it off.
Oh, word. I didn't know
Yeah.
Ableton was sick like that for samples. That's new to me.
Oh, bro, yes, bro. But man, listen, check that out ASAP. I know you got your own flow and stuff like that. So whenever you do get a
Yeah.
chance, definitely check out Ableton. It's a little
I'll
learning
say.
curve for sure, but it's easy to learn, definitely.
Okay, say less. Yeah, bet.
Yeah, yeah. So man, you say you've been producing since 2014, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
man, that's not too long ago. I think I've been producing since '09 or '08.
Oh, geez, you're an OG in the game, then, bro. God
Man,
damn.
not quite. And I just hit 30. So you are
Oh,
younger than I am, but you're killing it in the game. So I
appreciate it,
guess,
bro.
well, first of all, like, can you please explain to me, like, who are your influences when it comes to the music? I know you say you do R&B trap, so.
Yeah, I got a lot. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can. Yeah,
Mhm.
no, I got a lot. Honestly,
Okay.
when I first started like really consuming, hold on, can you hear me, well? If I put
Yeah,
this
yeah,
shit.
for sure. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
All
Hey,
right, for
man,
sure.
hey, I see the B-Star plaque in the back. We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, you
We're gonna
see
talk
that?
about it in a minute, bro. We're gonna talk about it
Yeah,
in a minute.
but influences
Mhm.
when I first like started like really consuming music, like
Uh-huh.
on my own. In the beginning, it was like J. Cole was a big one.
Yeah.
Fucking Usher.
Mhm.
Kanye was a really big one. Like growing up, I used to listen to like a lot of Kanye.
Uh-huh.
And like whenever my brother would like buy his new albums and shit,
Mhm.
I'd always be standing at the door because I wasn't allowed to listen to rap music when I was younger and shit. You feel
Uh,
me?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
they're like, yo, it's too much swears, but like I'd be standing by the door just like here. I'm like, oh shit, that's what
yeah,
graduation sounds like. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Man, you
like
know
yeah,
what's crazy? That's wild, bro. You familiar with Juvenile, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
My very first album my mom bought me was Juvenile 400 Degrees.
Oh no way.
I swear. And I had to have been like, this was like the 90s, bro. And I'm born in 91. So I had to have been like 7 or 8, maybe, dog.
Dang. And you gotta see
Yeah,
like the culture is real different though. You feel me? Like up here,
true.
like where I'm from, we
Uh-huh.
don't really. Or when I was growing up, like not a lot of people were listening to rap music because like it's a predominantly like where I'm from, like the province is mainly like white people. So
Yeah,
it's like a lot of country music and just whatever you hear on the radio, which is like pop music, right?
okay.
So to like consume hip hop, you'd actually have to go out your way for it. Like it wasn't playing on any of the radios type shit. You feel me?
Mm,
But the way I was consuming it was like through my older brother.
okay.
Right? So like I said, when I was growing up, I was hearing him. He was listening to J. Cole, Kanye, Gucci Mane,
Yeah.
Jeezy, like Meek Mill, like Tupac, Biggie, all of them. So like that's kind of how I was consuming it, and like that's kind of how I started getting like my musical influence. But production influence was around when I started turning like 12, 13, and I wanted to start rapping.
Yeah. I think every producer wanted to at one point.
Yeah. I wanted to start rapping. I swore I was gonna be the next J. Cole.
Yeah.
But I had no money for beats, and I remember I was watching the J. Cole interview. It was on Complex. It was when he was
on the
giving
bus?
a tour of his childhood home.
Okay.
During 2014 Forest Hills Drive, and he said, "Yo, I want to rap. I didn't have no money for beats, so I taught myself how to make beats." And I remember watching that, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's a great idea. Let me learn how to make beats."
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then that's kind of from there. That's kind of when I went to like look back and see, okay, who produced this, who produced that. Oh, okay, and that's when I started finding out like more. Okay, J. Cole does his own production. Oh shit, who's Dark Child? Oh, that's Dark Child. You know, Timbaland, Pharrell, like all of them, and that kind of just went there.
So we know what the artist that you mentioned that you grew up listening to. What made you make that transition from rap to R&B trap?
I wanted to make something impactful, right?
Okay.
Because don't get me wrong, I love my hip hop. You feel me?
Right.
But I wanted to have like that impact level, like J. Cole. Like to this day, J. Cole's my biggest inspiration, just because of how much of a grasp he had on kids like me growing up, and like all my homies and shit. You feel me? And I kind of looked at it like this, from like a more analytical point of view. The way hip hop was moving, I kind of looked at it like, oh shit, it's starting to turn into like fast food music. Like this shit's not gonna last. Like, because mind you, like I was growing up like 2015, 2016, 2017. That was like when the whole SoundCloud era came about, and like, you know, like all the plug beats, like Lil Yachty, who else? I honestly forget, but it's like, oh, Lil Pump, like all those dudes, like Smoke. They're all coming up, and I'm kind of looking like, oh, okay, yo, the music's dope, but it's not really gonna impact people, and it's not really gonna last to the same effect as something like R&B music.
Right.
To this day, bro, like when I'm with my shorty, bro, I'm still bumping my boot.
Yeah.
By
Usher, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bro. You know, like if I'm feeling like a real saucy dude that day, I'm turning on John B.
Yeah, straight up.
Right?
Yeah.
And like I'm looking at that like, okay, that music came out in like the 90s, early 2000s, and it's still going.
Right.
And I looked at it like that, like, okay, let me do R&B, because one, I love R&B too, and two, that's the music that's gonna last and like really create an impact for many people. Because yo, the reality is like someone might make their first baby to an R&B track I made.
Yeah, because it's very rare that somebody does it to rap.
Yeah, like bro, you know like for real, you're not gonna make love to your girl playing "Free Code" by Future. You know
straight up.
I mean? Like unless you're on that tip, you feel me? But like
right.
That's kind of how I looked at it. You know, I was like, okay, I can make a slow jam, and this could be someone's first slow dance with their new wife or their new husband, right? This could be one of those ones, like for example, like Drake. You know that song "Jungle" by Drake?
Yeah.
It's a timeless moment. So like. Every person has had a story relating to that song in some shape or form, right? So I kind of looked at it like that, like what type of music could I make that could really touch as much lives as possible and create as much memories for as many people as possible. You feel me?
So you basically started. So how long have you been producing? Because I know right now, you know, like, we see the BeatStars plaque in the back.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone knows Benjii as the go-to guy for the R&B trap. So how long did you make that full transition to R&B trap? Was it something you just suddenly decided to try and then it stuck? Or is it something that, you know, you just like, no, I'm just go full fledged with this. Doesn't matter how the people take it. You know, how did you go about that?
To be real, when I first started on YouTube, my very first beat actually was Party Next Door X Black beat. Because that was when Black dropped Free Black. That was 2016. I think it was 2016.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first ever beat I dropped on YouTube, and it went crazy. I remember, and this was like my first ever beat I dropped on YouTube. So I think it ran up to like 10K views in like a month.
For your first one?
For my first,
That's crazy.
Because you got to take this into account too. When I started in like 2016, the game was completely different. Like it wasn't saturated, and plus like Black was like a really new artist, and I was like one of the first people to start doing Black type beats, right?
Yeah.
So I started doing that, like Prime Minister Black, and then I'll be real, it wasn't making no money because like, you know, I like R&B wasn't really like popping like that for the new generation that was trying to come up and try and, make
Right,
music
right.
and shit.
It was
So
trapped
I said,
out. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I'll be real. I said, fuck that. And I started making trap beats,
Yeah.
right? And I started making like Gunna beats, like Lil Baby beats and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started looking, I'm like, yo, okay, this isn't really sticking either. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not really like fulfilling me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean? Like
important.
when you're
Mm-hmm.
creating and you're making something, when I was making trap beats, it was going in one ear, out the other, and I forget
Yeah.
about it. I'm like, man, this is whatever. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just like decided to follow my heart and go back doing what I love to do, which was like make R&B beats, right?
Yeah.
So I just started doing that. And it was kind of like on and off, honestly. I was still like 50-50 with the R&B trap beats because I didn't have a direction. I was
Right,
kind
right,
of
right.
just like, I just said, fuck it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I would say like 2018 was when I really like locked in and said, yo, I'm going to do R&B music. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah.
I'm going to show them that this fucking Asian kid can make R&B beats.
Straight up.
Just went from there, you feel me?
And man, you mentioned something, a major key, you doing what you love, right?
Yeah,
Because I know a lot of producers, and I was there at one point, I always used to try to make the beats that I thought everyone either wanted to hear or when it was hot out, you know what I'm saying, like that. And
exactly.
a lot of producers make that mistake of thinking, everyone wants trap, so let me make trap. Trap is like what I'm saying, one of the top stream beat type beats on YouTube.
Exactly.
Let's make that. So,
Yeah.
I think a lot of producers struggle with that, So I guess what was the turning point for you? And you say, you know what, I'm gonna just do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you feel in that moment? Were you a little bit nervous about making the full transition to R&B? Anxious about it? How were you feeling?
Yeah, I was a bit nervous, honestly, because for one, where I come from, I don't even think there's any other R&B producer in my whole city, let alone like province. You feel me?
Right. Uh-huh.
And on top of that, like in the beginning, I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I was coming into a genre that I kind of had no business coming into. Because growing up, I wasn't really listening to R&B. I was listening to R&B later. You feel me? Like when I started getting girls and shit, okay, let me figure out this R&B shit, get my sauce up.
Yeah.
You feel me? And like I had no like knowledge of music theory, anything. Like making a trap beat is easy.
Yeah.
Making an R&B beat and understanding like the emotion you have to put into that beat it have to tell a certain story, right? I felt like a stranger because I'm here like, oh fuck, I don't know any of that.
Yeah.
I'm used to just copy paste. Okay, four bar progression, just go.
808 repetitive.
808
Hi-hats repetitive.
Hi-hat, something that can make someone's ass shake and just go.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So I felt very uncomfortable, and on top of that, like I didn't really know anyone else that was really doing R&B like that. Except actually, no, I lied. There's one dude in my high school. His name is Friday, right? Or he goes
that
by
name
Friday.
Sound familiar.
Forever Friday.
Oh yeah. Y'all went to high school together?
Yeah, that's my homeboy, bro.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, he was doing YouTube type beats, and he was doing like Bryson and Party Next Door type beats.
Okay.
And that's also one of the things that kind of gave me that push to go in that direction because I saw he was doing it, right? And I was like, okay, fuck it. If he can do it, I can do it too. Straight right? Up. But I still felt very uncomfortable because like I had no like real knowledge of that genre. Yeah. You feel me? So I kind of felt like I was an outsider. But over time, I kind of got my footing and I understood how that genre worked. You know, and I kind of blended it with how I used to make trap, and that's kind of how my sound is today.
Right. And man, it's been going crazy, man. Since we on the subject, you got the B-Stars plaque back there.
Yeah.
So let's take it back a year ago from today. A year ago from today, pandemic is going on. Everybody's stuck in the house. COVID is going crazy right now. And you still manage to make approximately 6 figures during the pandemic.
Yep.
How were you able to pull that off mentally? Because everybody's stuck in the house. I'm sure at the time everyone was wondering, everyone's in the house, so maybe no one's making music. Maybe everyone's everybody. Of course, the whole world was afraid of what was going on with COVID. What made you stay consistent as far as okay, we locked down. Let me keep putting this music in. Where was your mind at during that pandemic?
So to answer that question, you kind of have to go back a little bit. So I would say summer 2019, right?
Okay.
I just finished my first year university.
Okay.
right?
Where'd you go?
And I went to University of McEwen. It's like a small university up here.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
kind
All
of like
right.
a community college, honestly.
Okay.
So I finished my first year of university in April of 2019.
Okay.
So
Right.
I had from April all the way till September 2019, which was downtime to do whatever I want until I went back to school. But
Yeah.
you know, I always hated school with the passion. Like
Bro, listen to
if it
me.
was one thing I hated, bro, it was school. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
I'm with you, dog. I'm with you.
Yeah, bro. I was just never one of those kids. So I
Mm-hmm.
kind of looked at it like this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
from April to September, I have X amount of months,
Uh-huh.
and I could hustle my ass off
Right.
and make this music shit work. So I never have to go back to school.
Mm.
I can't even lie to you; it didn't work.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Hold up, my bad.
Mm.
Hello.
No, you good. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
my
you.
bad.
You
No, my
good.
shit was just connecting.
You straight.
What you call it? So August 2019, I was kind of
Okay.
like, okay. I kind of broke it down to my parents like this, because you know Asian parents are like, oh, yo, you gotta go to school, you gotta be a doctor, lawyer, or an engineer. There's no in between.
Yeah.
And I'm here like, shit,
Right,
I don't
right.
want to be any of those. I'm trying to make beats, so I'm trying to make music, right?
Right,
So I
right.
kind of told my mom this. I was like, hey, give me 1 year, right, to make this music shit work. Because the reality is, school is always gonna be, the building's gonna be there. It's not gonna fly away. If
Right,
this music
exactly.
shit flops and I just become a total bum, I'm gonna go back to school. School's gonna be there, right?
100%.
Yeah. So I took that leap of faith in 2019, around July, August, and I don't know. I call it a stroke of luck. Pause. But you know, everything just started. Yeah, everything just started working out. I had one beat. It's called "Beautiful Mess." Pop like crazy, like 2 million views for the shit, right?
Okay, on
And
YouTube.
mind you, yeah, 2 million views.
Okay.
And mind you, this isn't like no overnight thing, because like I've been grinding YouTube since 2016, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it pops in like what, summer 2019, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm lit now, right?
Right.
And I told my mom that I'm not gonna go to school for the 1 year.
Yeah.
So now I really had to make it work. So September 2019, I didn't go back to school, right? So I really had to grind my ass off. And then that's when I connected with this girl, Janaya, right? I don't know if you know her, right?
Sound familiar.
Yeah, she's from Atlanta. So at that moment, I was like, yo, fuck, okay, let me work and develop a new artist.
Right.
You know, if I really want to do this shit, that's what I gotta do, right?
Yeah.
So I went to go do all that. Came back around what, November?
Okay. Of what?
2019.
Gotcha. Okay.
November 2019. Had some downtime. I was still kind of lost at this point, right? But January 2020, that's kind of when shit started popping off again, like in my mentally, because like I went back out to Atlanta and I paid off all my student loans.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
So when I paid off those student loans, it was kind of in my mind, like at that moment, I was like, yo, I'm never going back to school. I already paid this shit off. I'm not going. Right? So I kind of had to run it up from there. So when I was in Atlanta, I was kind of soaking in that experience and like trying to figure out, okay, this is how you produce an artist versus how you make a beat, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I kind of understood how to produce, how to like create a song rather than make a beat, right? So I took that style and like that experience, and when I came back, that's kind of when I started like, okay, let's put the rubber to the road, let's go crazy. Yeah. So around February 2020, I came back. This was like right before everything started shutting down, right? So I had like a whole game plan. So I told myself, okay, every single day for this whole year, I'm making 5 beats minimum every single day. So Monday to Sunday, it's 5 beats a day. Yeah. Right? So I kind of started doing that. And I started like running up my upload schedule, because in 2019, I was doing like 1 beat a week on YouTube. Yeah. Right. And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, let me start doing 3-4 beats a week and never miss. Okay. Right. So I started running it up like that. And on top of that, you got to remember too, everyone's locked in at this point, right? Exactly. So, you know, it's like I said, it's a bit of luck where, you know, people are inside more, so they're consuming more forms of entertainment. They're consuming more media, right? So it only made sense that my shit just started popping off with it, because I got the momentum from, my Beautiful Mess beat from 2019. Right? And the traffic followed all the way to 2020. And I had a second beat pop off right there. It was called a Love Cycle. I did a whole challenge for it. It was like $1,000 cash giveaway and shit, right? Yeah. That one ran crazy too. and then kind of from there, it just it's kind of like a little exponential growth on the chart.
Right.
Right. So yeah, that's basically my whole 2020 was how I ran up all those numbers. Is really just like dedication and like a lot of consistency, even when I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, man, you just gave me so many gems, bro. I don't even know which ones to break down first. So what I'm gonna start off with first is, when you mention your parents, right? Your parents want you to go to school and you gave them 1 year. How difficult was that for you to, like this is all I got. I got this 1 year, I gotta get this music going or I'm gonna be back in school. So
Yeah.
you went from posting one beat a week on YouTube. You started making 5 beats a day. What was your schedule like? So yeah, break down your daily schedule. Like you wake up at what time do you wake up? Yeah, just give me a breakdown of your what's the day of Benjii on the average day?
When I was in school, it was crazy because I was also working a part-time job. So when I was in school, I would wake up at like 6 a.m.
Okay.
And I'd make like one beat if I could, right?
Before you go to school.
Before I went to school, I'd either make one beat or I'd
Okay.
get an idea started, say fuck that, go back to sleep, and then go to school, right? And sometimes I bring my laptop to school. Like people know, like when I was in high school, I bring my laptop to school. I'm cooking up during lunch. I'm skipping classes to make beats, bro.
Right. Yeah.
When I get home, I'd like finish my homework, go work, come back, make beats, or like all that shit. And when I dropped out and I went full time, it was kind of like every day I'd wake up. Honestly, the times were like all over the place, but like
I bet.
like I either wake up at like 9 a.m. or like 3 p.m. You feel me?
Yeah.
But the goal each day was the exact same. So like no matter what time I woke up or how late I started my day, I'd always make sure that I got my 5 beats out the way before I did anything else. Like all my homies, they know. They'd be like, yo, you trying to go play ball? You trying to go watch it? I'd be like, nah, I gotta do this first.
Yeah.
So I was tapped in, and I kind of I made it like a non-negotiable hour. No matter what happened, I always had to put this amount of time into my craft and my hustle before I'd even eat or go do anything else. Right?
That's crazy.
So that's kind of how I set it up.
Yeah. Man, so that consistency and that commitment to what you're doing, that's pivotal. That's super critical in everything you're going. So, what the Frequency Show podcast is about, show for now is about, bridging the gap between mental health and music producers. So what's one major mental block or road that you had to get over in order to continue to be as successful as you are? I know for myself, I dealt with anxiety, you know what I'm saying? Especially with everything going on with the world, which mental block did you have to get over that you don't mind sharing with the people?
A lot, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Fuck. I'd say the biggest one is anxiety.
For sure.
Because depression is you focusing on something in the past. Anxiety is you focusing on something in the future, right?
Exactly.
And as musicians, as creatives, especially when your dollar, your income depends on what you put out, there's a lot to think about,
Yeah.
And I know anyone who's tried to pursue the creative area and make a living off of it, they know those nights where you just lay there and you're like, fuck, am I really gonna have enough to handle what I have to handle this month?
Right.
My bills, my phone, whatever bills or whatever you want to do, right? And on top of that, it's like, oh, what I'm doing right now gonna push me closer to my goal?
Right.
Help me get to my dreams type shit. So that was what a lot of what I was thinking about, right? But I started reading books and shit. Think and Grow Rich. What else? The Go Giver.
Yeah, you put me on the Go Giver.
Yeah,
you
fire.
Put me on the Go Giver. Love it.
Compound Effect was actually a really major one in me, I guess, winning my battle against anxiety.
Compound Effect. Break down. That's the name of the movie? The book, Compound Effect?
Yeah, the book's called The Compound Effect. So basically, what the Compound Effect is, it lets you know, or it's a principle that shows you that incremental actions can lead to leaps and bounds, right?
Okay.
For example, if you take a penny,
and
you multiply that penny by 10 every day, right? By the end of 31 days, you'd have over $1 million just by multiplying that one penny by 10, right?
So that pretty much
Obviously,
breaks
like
like as far as small steps. That's pretty much like the angle of it. Okay, gotcha.
Think about it like this, right? If you multiply a penny by 10 for the first 3-4 days, it's not even gonna be shit. It's just gonna be like $1.
Right. Yeah.
And you're gonna look at like, man, it's just $1. It's nothing. And
Yeah.
most
Exactly.
people they'll give up. They'll be like, man, it's not even working. But the real power comes when you compound over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Right. So, for example, me making beats in 2014. I was making beats. I was fucking around. I bring beats to freestyle with my homeboys during lunch. Right. And then, 2016, I started uploading beats on YouTube. One beat popped off, my very first beat, and then after that, it died. And I'm over here uploading beats, getting 10 views. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But from 2016, fast forward to 2019, all that work I put in, even though it was incremental and I was getting smaller numbers, but it was growing and growing, it all led to that one pivotal moment where, that one video popped, right? And it went from there, right? That's the compounding effect.
Yeah.
And it kind of taught me as well to, like, love the process more than you love the end result.
Yeah, and the reward and stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what I used to overcome my anxiety is learning to live more in like the present moment and love what's going on right now, as opposed to the potential outcomes that could come from my work.
Yeah, because bro, that's super tough because producers and artists, when we've been working for so long, years and years, and we still haven't hit that pivotal point to where we're rich, successful, and stuff like that. It's easy to break down, and it's easy to stay in. It's easy to get into that depression mode and get into that anxiety mode. Yeah. But like you said, one critical thing, man, you got to stay in the now. You know what I'm saying? Love that process. Once you fall in love with that process, the reward is gonna come before you know it.
Exactly.
You can't be hard work. You can't be hard work at all.
Exactly.
Man. So what does Benjii have going on now? You got the BeatStars plaque behind you. I need one of those guys. I gotta get my wall plaques up.
Man, you gonna get it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? What does Benjii got going on now? You pretty much mastered YouTube. You're going crazy on BeatStars. What are you into now? What's your top goal for this year?
My top goal, honestly, is I wouldn't say get more placements. I would say like create more meaningful relationships in the industry. Yeah. Because placements is cool. But I really want to get to the point where I'm at right now, where I'm able to, really put great things and great ideas together. Yeah. You feel me? Instead of just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna send beats to XYZ. Right. My current goal is kind of getting to the point where I could be like, Hitmaker.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I want to be in that room with writers and be like, oh, this is fire. I want to get, I want to get Usher on this, and we gonna get Lil Baby on the feature, like that type of shit. Yeah, you feel me? So like, I'm trying to, a playmaker. I'm not really. I don't really want to like call myself like a placement chaser and just like get placements and just sit in my ass. Like I really want to get to that point where I'm actually in the room and I'm helping put great things together and like I'll bring a lot of people up type shit. Yeah, that's really what I'm on too. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I love putting my people in a position to win. Exactly. Like me, like you and myself. We have a lot of connects. So my whole thing is, if I'm in this room, I mean, shoot, what we got coming. You know what I'm saying? What record we got coming. That was all because I was in a room. I'm like, hey, blah blah blah, play this, blah blah blah, and then it happened. I want to do that for all my people. That creates longevity, and that also creates blessings for other people. Exactly. So 100%, I get it 100%. Yep, that's exactly what it is, but right there. Get it 100%, man. Well, Benjii, I got a couple questions on here. If you got time, I want to ask you a few questions. Got a couple of. If y'all do have questions on here, Benjii, he's definitely open to taking a few. So let's go to that Honey Beats. He said, "Do you have any?" I'm sorry, he or she, I'm not sure. He said, "Do you have any tips on YouTube? Hold on, you got any tips on YouTube for new channels? Like, what tips would you give new YouTube producers? Tips for YouTube channels that are brand new for producers, I would say, one, you want to have an upload schedule and you want to stick to it like the Bible, like word for word. Like if you want to choose Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have to stick to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So pick something that works for you and something you can maintain for a very long time. You don't want to miss a single day, right?
Right.
The second thing I would say is finding like a niche.
Yeah.
So like me, for example, I do Bryson type beats. That's my niche, right? The example I give is like this. If you want a chicken sandwich, you're going to Chick-fil-A. Right? If you want a real cheap ass burger, you're going to McDonald's.
100%.
That's branding. So you kind of gotta look at your channel and be like, what's my brand? Am I gonna be a trap producer? Okay, I'm making trap beats. Now, what kind of trap beats am I gonna make?
Right.
Am I gonna make like pain beats? Am I gonna make some hustler shit, like some little baby shit?
Right.
Am I gonna have some shit people could floss to, like some Gunna shit? Like you know what I mean? You have to figure out what your brand is. So that's the second most important thing. And the third thing I'll say, especially for new channels, is, you know, as annoying as it sounds, do not focus on the number.
Yeah, don't.
You focus on the numbers.
Didn't work.
Yeah, exactly. You focus on numbers, you're gonna fuck yourself, right? Pause.
Yeah.
The reason being is because, you know, you're focusing on the wrong thing. You know, it goes back to what I was saying. You know, you want to love the process more than you love the end result. If you love the process, the end result will come. But if you're focusing on the end result, you're not focusing on what's in front of the road.
Right.
So you don't know where you're going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that definitely comes with, you know, that's why you need to make the music. Well, I recommend making the music that you love to make. Because if you're starting to make a couple of tracks that you feel other people will like, you know, if you don't start getting those views, you know what I'm saying, you're going to start like, damn, am I trash? You know, you're going to throw yourself in a whole depression and stuff like that. So I think if you're in the process, staying present, and you're making the music you love to make, and you're uploading, you can't lose. You know what I'm saying? You can't lose at all. It's all a part of the process.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, well, man, do you all have any more questions before I let my bro get out of here? Man, Benjii, you know it's all love, my brother. I definitely appreciate you joining this my very first episode of the High Frequency Show, man. You already know we're gonna be tapping it up real soon.
Hey, bro, it's an honor to be on your very first episode, bro. I appreciate it.
You already know, man. So what you got planned for the rest of the night? You got some more? What beat you on today? I know you said you got to do 5. What number you on now?
Let me see. I got the one I'm doing right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is literally my 5th one.
Oh, so you still doing it even though you made that promise to yourself a couple years ago? You still doing it every day?
Yeah, shit, my bad. You hear me?
You good? Yeah.
Yeah. No. The reason I still try. Don't get me wrong. Some days I'm a little bit off now. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I try to maintain that. The reason being is like, you know, I understand there's a certain level of work that needs to be put in for me to reach new heights. Right. So every day, like, you know, I operate on this mentality that like, oh, that one beat can change your life. It really can. You know, that one beat can
definitely
change your life. So that kind of what fuels me to like make like 5 beats a day every day as much as I can, you know, because it's one of those things. It's like playing the lottery, you know. I can't lie. I have a little gambling addiction, so that's feeding my addiction too. You feel me? So the idea of that one can change everything for you. It's like a fuel, you know. That's why I still do it.
Hey man, Benjii, it's been a pleasure, my brother. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate everybody for joining in. Sorry about that. Let the people know where to follow you at. You know, give them your website and just let them know what you got in store for the future, real quick, man.
All right, for sure. Well, you know, you guys can follow me right here on Instagram, Love Benjii, on all social medias, Twitter. Yeah, basically just Instagram and Twitter, honestly. Love Benjii. Website, the same thing, lovebenjii.com. You feel me? Yeah. Upcoming shit. I might have something coming up next week. Yeah. Or the week after. It's a really big placement. You feel me? So I'm excited to share it with everybody.
Hold on, is it it ain't the 24th, is it?
No.
Is it okay? I thought you were talking about some other. Okay. Okay. I'm like, so I've been hearing things, bro. I'm like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? We gonna chop it up. I've been hearing it.
It's a major one though. You feel me? So I'm excited to chat out with everybody. Other than that, bro, you know, I'm just excited for everything in the future, and I just can't wait to share the fruits of my labor with everyone.
Most definitely. It's been all love, my brother Benjii. You were tapping, my brother. Thank you again, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.